Hello everyone and welcome to this week's rally show with me, Bob Irvin, sponsored as usual by 5-Star Vehicle Delivery. I'm absolutely honoured and over the moon this week to have a very special guest, a lady that sat beside Michelle Mouton, Ari Vatanen and loads of great drivers. Welcome, Fabrizia Pons.
Thank you very much. Hello to everybody.
How are you?
Very, very well, thanks.
Are you in Turin? How's the weather over in Turin?
Yes, I am in Torino, and the weather is not fantastic actually, but we are waiting for snow, and we'll arrive either tonight or tomorrow.
That's good Monte Carlo weather, isn't it? Just in time for Monte Carlo. Yeah.
I hope for them, because a dry Monte Carlo is not Monte Carlo.
Definitely not. Fabrizia, was it 1976 you started rallying? Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct. I started in 1976, and as a driver, not co-driver.
Mm-hmm.
So
how did you get into the sport?
I started with motocross 5 years earlier. But I had a lot of accidents, and after the last accident, the doctors in Rome, in my federation, didn't give me the certificate to carry on with motocross, and so I had to change sport. And I tried to find a sport with an engine, and either were plane or cars. Of course, plane, I didn't have money, but actually I didn't have money for cars too. But I started with cars.
I was just looking at your records earlier. Even in the early days, you sat in some very impressive cars. Porsches, Stratos, Spiders, you know.
Because I love rallies so much, while I was driving, I was co-driving too, and it doesn't matter who was asking me, I was going. So I co-drove actually with Porsche, Stratos, it doesn't matter which car.
In 1979, you sat with Lucky. Was that your first big break where you did lots of rallies together?
Yes, I co-drove actually in Italy. His name is Lucky, not Lucky. Right. Even if it's written like Lucky, but is Lucky. Everybody knows him as Lucky. And I co-drove him 2 years, and I co-drove him a lot. He's a fantastic driver and very fast. We were winning everywhere.
Yes.
But at the end, I received a phone call from Michelle, and okay, I decided to play the jack and to start with Michelle.
Yes. You did the RAC in 1979, your first trip up to England in rallying. Can you remember that well, that rally? That was with Lucky.
But in 79 we did RAC.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a gift. A gift. What a gift. From Fiat, because we won the Metropa Cup and we won everywhere in Europe. So the gift, but we were not official driver, factory driver at all. We were private drivers. But Fiat was so nice to give us the opportunity to drive in RAC. And at this time, RAC was without pace notes.
Yes.
Was a nightmare because it was foggy day and night, and without pace notes was really a good experience.
Yeah, the locals had a big advantage. The English drivers, huge advantage.
For sure, a huge advantage. Yeah. But okay, we were there just to enjoy. But I remember something very special. that one man called Stig Blomqvist
Yeah.
in one stage passed us in the, in the fog, completely fog. I said, this is fantastic. We didn't know that was Stig driving. But I say, it doesn't matter. Now we follow him, and we were unable to follow him. And he was driving in the fog. So just to let you know, the speed that Stig was driving was just amazing.
Tell us about your phone call with Michelle. Did that just come out of the blue for you to sit beside her?
Exactly, because her co-driver, Ari, with whom she was driving for Fiat France, she felt unable to co-drive in the Quattro. So Michelle wanted to find a co-driver, a woman co-driver, because Audi wanted a female crew, a woman crew. So she was looking around, and because we were in this time with Lucky, we won quite a lot in Europe.
Yes.
On the French newspaper was written Lucky Fabrizia Pons, Lucky Fabrizia Pons. Then she said, okay, Fabrizia Pons is the person. And she was already in Ingolstadt. And there was a journalist called Carlo Cavicchi, writing for Autosprint in Italy. And Michelle asked Carlo about me. And Carlo said, yes, is a person. Phone her. And she phoned me. But of course, I didn't believe, not even a word, because how was possible that a lady called Michelle Mouton, and I knew her name,
yes,
phoned me to go drive in the World Championship on an Audi? I say, no way. Yes, I say, yes, I will come to Ingolstadt for sure. Bye-bye. And I put down the phone. What to say? I said, and I was eating with my mother at this time, and she asked me, but who was phoning? I said, nothing, was a joke, was nothing serious. But the next day, Michelle phoned me again and said, Fabrizia, but what are you doing? We are waiting for you in Ingolstadt.
Oh.
I passed you. Yes, there was, I don't know how many hundreds of journalists in Ingolstadt waiting for me to be presented as a team crew with Michelle. And then she passed Carlo Cavicchi the phone, and she said, Fabrizia, you are crazy for sure, because why you are not here? And actually, after 2 hours, I was on a plane, and I arrived in Munich and then in Ingolstadt, and the story began.
Fantastic. What was
Yes.
your first impressions of Michelle?
Of Michelle?
What was your first impression?
I didn't know her at all. Zero. So we were working on our relationship in the car, because we didn't know each other. We didn't know the car. We didn't know the team. We didn't know the tires. We didn't know anything. So was not easy.
What was your first thoughts on the Audi?
If I have to, at the beginning, the long quattro, really, straight at the beginning, was a lot understeering, really a lot. So it was very difficult to drive. And for Michelle, coming from the Fiat 131, that was always oversteering, to jump into the Quattro for sure was not easy, but she was a driver, she is a driver. So she managed.
You finished fourth in Portugal. Was that a surprise, or did you expect to be right up there?
Actually, for me, it was a surprise. Was really a surprise, because it was very difficult for me, for her, for everybody. And to be fourth was, yes, it was a surprise. But then we thought, Aha. Now start to be interesting because we were testing really a lot. And Hannu, Mikkola, was helping us a lot. Arne Ertz was helping me with rallies that I never did in my life. So we worked a lot all together.
How did you have to pinch yourself to be teammates with Hannu Mikkola? It must have been incredible.
I mean, it was like a dream. I was living my dream. I was, luckily I am a person always with my feet on the ground. So I still know that now, today, at my age, I am ready to learn from everybody. So you never stop learning in what you are doing. And with my mind, my way of thinking, this helped me a lot because the problem was that Michelle didn't speak any Italian, any English, any language except French.
Yes.
So because of this, the first year I had to be always in touch with the engineers instead of her.
Yes.
So it was complicated.
What was Hannu Mikkola like as a man? For me, he was the greatest ever rally driver.
I perfectly agree with you. Hannu was fantastic, a huge help for us, for sure. And in the years I had the chance to co-drive him in US.
That's right.
Once. And it was another dream that came true. I couldn't believe it.
It just sounds fantastic. You actually won that rally, didn't you? It was the press on regardless rally in America. You won it.
Yes, correct. We won it, but the problem was that when I started from Italy, I was supposed to co-drive John Buffon.
Oh, yeah.
So I arrived at the airport and I saw Hannu. I said, come on, Hannu, what are you doing here? I am doing a rally with John Buffon. And you? I am doing a rally with you.
Oh my God.
Then I say, oh my God, my heart stopped. For sure stopped.
Oh.
But I was very pleased to do it.
So, you ended up winning in San Remo that year. I mean, your performances were, the car let you down, didn't it, after Portugal a few times? And then you came out of the blocks and you won in San Remo. That must have been your home event. That must have been a dream come true.
I mean, in this moment, is quite difficult to explain. But while we were driving San Remo and we saw the possibility of winning it, we were fighting with all ourselves to be able to win it. But when we finished the event, my mind, I mean, for me, San Remo was finished. I don't know how to explain. With my mind, I went to think about Corsica practice. Because after San Remo, there was Corsica. I needed to organize Corsica practice. So I didn't have time to enjoy myself and to understand what the San Remo rally was for the history of rallying. I didn't realize at all, except that my room was full of flowers and everybody sent everything. But for me, I mean, I was sure that we were winning it. And my mind was on the next one, full stop. I understood the San Remo victory after 10 years, maybe, was too big for my head.
Fabrizia, do you think it'll ever be repeated? You think a female will ever win round of the World Championship again? 2 females.
Today,
No.
no. Today, no.
It's such a shame.
Today is totally different. Not that the girls that they are now, there are some fast girls, but only few places and few manufacturers today. And so there is no room. There is not a manufacturer that say, okay, I invest money on a female team to put this team up in the World Championship. First of all, there is no money. We are living in an area with no money, first. And second, there is not really a female crew ready to take the place in any case. I don't see. But of course, I don't know each female crew in the world. Maybe there is somebody somewhere, and I still hope.
In 1982, you won Portugal. Tell me about the fans in Portugal, Fabrizia. I mean, they're a bit crazy, aren't they? And the Italian fans and the Spanish fans.
They are, we say in Italian language, very hot. Too hot for rallies in these years. Unbelievable. But still now is the same. Because I am racing with historical cars with Lucky nowadays, and when we go to Catalonia for Costa Brava, you can't believe how many thousands of autographs I sign each year, but thousands and thousands and thousands. It's so funny that even young boys and girls are coming to me, and they were not even born, not even yet in the mind of their parents, but they love the history of rallies, and they know everything. And they know everything. Small boy, 10 years old. Unbelievable.
So you're aware, are you actually aware then of how you are viewed? You're a legend all over the world. Are you aware of that?
Now, yes. Now, actually, I think so, because, but I don't feel like a legend at all. I feel like a normal person, very lucky, normal person, lucky because I was in the right place, in the right moment, and I was able to stay in this place for years, till now. So
well, I'm very lucky that I can speak to you. I feel very lucky. I feel like a child again. 1982, you went to the Ivory Coast that year. What did you think of Africa rallying?
First of all, I love Africa. Really, if you think when I start to drive in 76, sorry, I go back again. My dream, my point far away there was to co-drive in safari. So, and the second rally of my life, I was not driving, I was co-driving in Morocco.
Right.
I went to co-drive in Morocco. That was a World Championship event at the moment. So, and when I arrived in Kenya the first time, and I put my feet on Nairobi airport, I started to cry like a baby, because it was my dream that came true. Nothing else in my mind was, I was joining where I wanted to arrive. So if we speak about Ivory Coast, for sure is not the best memory I can have, but Ivory Coast, so different from Kenya, was a very tough event, very long and very tough event. And we were leading it practically nearly till the end, but something didn't go as we wanted, because Audi decided to change the gearbox. But the gearbox was working perfectly, I must say. But because we were leading with so many times in front of Walter, then say we changed it just in case. And but the problem was that they took plenty of time to take it down, plenty of time to take the new up, but then it was not working. Then they had to go down again to put the old one. And we were late at the time control. And then in the night, something terrible happened to Michelle, because her father died in France. And before the first leg. And I told Michelle, now we go back to France now, because your mother need you. But she said that, okay, that her father wanted her world champion. So I said, no, we stay. And actually, we were two persons that we knew that the father died, and Roland Gurbert and myself, not a journalist, not a mechanic, nobody else. And okay, we started the last day. It was actually a short day, but the mind was not following anymore. And okay, we rolled and we stopped.
Oh, dreadful. So, I mean, it turned out to be an incredible year, didn't it, 1982? You won in Greece, Brazil, as well as Portugal. You were second in the United Kingdom. How disappointing was it for you to lose the championship to Walter?
Didn't mind at all. Zero.
Really?
Really? Zero. Zero was okay. I said, of course, I said a pity. It's a pity, full stop, but was already gone. I am a person that is looking always to tomorrow, not so much behind. So, okay, we didn't win it, full stop. There's no point to say anything or to cry or to nothing. There was nothing that we could do. So if there is something you can fight for something, then you fight. But when there is nothing you can do, you put the full stop. It's the end.
Fabrizia, what was the attitude of men like back then? There's a lot of sexism, you know, and I'm sure, I think did Walter not write something in his book? He was desperate not to get beat or something like that by women and all this kind of thing. Did you how was the men's attitude towards you doing so well?
Actually, first we didn't care so much. What Walter was saying was coming inside from one ear and going out from the other one. Is no point to get nervous from words of somebody. You know that you are able to win. You know that you can go fast. Full stop. Is why Audi found Michelle, and then Michelle found me. But why to get nervous? For any reason. Walter said so many things. But nowadays, now, actually in Portugal last year, he said that he didn't mean what he said. And I mean, and I told him, but Walter, it doesn't matter at all. I am, and Michelle is superior of these stupid things. Full stop. There is nothing to speak about.
What was your favourite event, Fabrizia?
Sorry?
What was your favourite event in the championship? Was it San Remo?
No.
Yeah.
No. Is New Zealand? I have two events. Practically at the same level. New Zealand,
Wow.
that I love, and Safari, that I love. But not Sanremo, no.
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 Okay, so you moved on to the A2 Quattro in 1983. How was that? There's more power, wasn't there? It was wider arches, and did you prefer that car?
Yes, I did prefer that car because it was more powerful, and even if it was very brutal because the acceleration was something strong. But actually, I love the short Quattro a lot.
We'll get to that in a minute.
More power you have, better I feel.
Finland was never very good to use, was it? You never really did. You've had bad luck in Finland quite a lot. The Thousand Lakes.
Thousand Lakes was a special rally, definitely. And the first year we did it, we started with a few stages by night. And this was terrible because when you are flying and you don't know the rally, you don't know where you will land, if on the road, on a lake, on a tree, and you don't know anything. And it was very, very difficult. And sometimes we are old and we did, I mean, it is not a easy rally.
Well, what is your least favourite event?
My favorite?
No, the least favourite, the one you don't like.
Monte Carlo.
Really?
Easy answer. Easy answer. Monte
Why?
Carlo.
Why?
Because you go slow. I try to explain. Because the fact that one stage can be, I don't know, 2 kilometers dry, 3 kilometers verglas, 5 kilometers of snow, and then dries downhill, snows uphill, and then you are driving another stage, and this one is verglas all the way. You have to find a combination of tires that is never the optimum. So maybe the optimum for verglas or snow, and in this small piece, you go fast. The rest, how you go, how you can. So not fast, and I don't like to go slow.
Did Audi never do pit stops in the middle of the stage? Lancia did, didn't they?
Yes, Lancia did. No, we didn't. Never. No. We didn't need to do it.
Yeah, four-wheel drive. You had
exactly.
You had a great result in this Quattro. You were second in Sweden. That car looked fantastic, didn't it? Did you enjoy Sweden?
I love Sweden with snow. With snow. So this year they will have snow in Umea probably. But 2 years ago was gravel and was not good.
So in 1985, you did the British Rally Championship, and that was a tough event. That was tough for you because Malcolm Wilson in the Quattro, he was flying, wasn't he? Do you remember 1985?
Which event you are speaking about?
The British Rally Championship.
Yes. I mean, I don't remember so much of this year because in my mind, I decided already at the end of the year to stop. And I have a few memories, but not so many. But was not the best year of my life for sure.
You had a big crash on the Manx rally in the Quattro E2. Do you remember that one?
Not a big one.
No.
I had worse than this.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that later. Why did you decide to stop, Fabrizia?
Because I got in love and I wanted to get married. And actually, in January 86, 18th of January 86, at the start of Monte Carlo, I got married in Monte Carlo. And just to put a point in my mind, I would never go back to rally anymore. And for sure, I was lying because I am still doing rally now. So, but in my mind, at the end of 85 was the end of everything.
You still did Corsica in 86 and the Peugeot 205 T16?
Unfortunately, yes, because in 86, Michelle was driving in the German championship with Terry Harriman, that was co-driving Ari before. But Terry was only able to speak English, not French. So when Peugeot asked Michelle to do Corsica, she said, come on, not with Terry, impossible. Then she phoned me and I said, no, not anymore. Yes, the Peugeot is fantastic. It actually was fantastic.
Was it? I was going to ask you about the car.
Fantastic.
Was it better than the Audis?
This I don't want to say. Was different because was absolutely more drivable, more easy to drive. So easy to drive this car with so much power. Was a pleasure.
What about then? The bug still bit, didn't it? You were back out in 1990 again. What changed for you?
You know, the problem is that the phone is always ringing. So if the phone is ringing, I answer. And if there is somebody who asks to do few events, easy events, historical events, I said, okay, then they were 20 events. And I had 2 small children at home. And so I thought, okay, but to do 20 historical events, why I don't go back to the World Championship, where I am used to be? But how to go back? Not easy. And then I wrote, I was reading on Autosprint that Bruno Berglund, co-driving for Ari, was going to stop. So I say, perfect, I will co-drive Ari. Yes, but how? And I took a paper and I wrote a letter to Ari. And knowing that he will never answer me, for sure. I was wrong. He answered me. I said, Fabrizia, Bruno is not stopping straight away today, but very, very soon. And when he will stop, I will ask you to co-drive me. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And then up, I was back in the World Championship with Ari.
What is Ari like as a man? He comes over as a lovely man. Is that the case?
Absolutely, yes. 100% yes. He's a lovely man. And has been a fantastic pleasure to co-driving him, and always very, very cool, never nervous, never. No. And fantastic. And just a word, I co-drove in Argentina for Ford with him. And was the first time he was back in Argentina after his terrible accident he
Yes.
had with Peugeot.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, the stage where he had the accident was exactly the same in the rally.
Okay.
So I mean, I didn't know what to say, what to do. And during recce, he showed me exactly the point. He explained me why this accident happened, and then after recce there is the race. So we arrived there at the start of the stage, at the time control, at the start of the stage, and I was speechless. I could not speak. Actually, I could not. Words were not coming. Mm-hmm. And Ari felt this. He was turning the head, said, Fabrizia, don't worry. This stage, we will win it. Exactly what we did.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. Fabrizia, did you ever question the danger after what happened to Henry on the 86 Tour of Corsica? Did you ever start to worry about your own personal danger?
No, never.
No?
No. No. I mean, Henry and Sergio, they were two friends.
Yeah.
Sergio, when I was driving, I did only one rally with a man as co-driver, and this was Sergio.
Ah.
And Sergio was studying in Torino, where I am living. So, I mean, I don't know if I have been the first person that he phoned when Henry phoned him to co-drive for him, but in any case, one of the first. And he phoned me, Fabrizia! He was so happy. I will co-drive Henry. And I was so happy for him. I said, the best, fantastic. And but the history is speaking itself.
It was dreadful. I mean, just staying with the danger. Portugal as well in 86, where the spectators were getting killed. How did you feel driving between so many people?
It is terrible. And I tell you, being two women in the car was even worse. Was actually terrible. And after 82, when we won, in 83, to start Portugal with #1.
Yeah.
Never again.
Crazy, eh?
No. But okay, now everything is different. But at this time was very, very difficult, very hard. Yes.
It's amazing that they allowed that to happen.
Exactly. And first of all, I think that if you are racing as driver or co-driver, you accept the risk, your own risk.
Yes.
But you don't accept to kill somebody. Yeah. No way. It's something over my mind. Terrible.
So you went and you sat beside Piero Liatti in the Subaru. You had some fantastic results here, didn't you?
Yes.
You won the Monte 97, is that right?
Yes, yes, yes. Was the first time for WRC cars. So was the step from Group A to WRC cars.
Yes.
And we won. We won the first rally. That was Monte Carlo, unfortunately. And this was a good result in any case to arrive in the Place du Casino and a lot of stories. And but I don't like Monte Carlo.
No, even though you've won.
No.
You were second in Catalonia and Italy that year. That was a good year, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes, a very good year. but the end was not so good because we had to be second. And this, the way that this happened was not the best.
Mm-hmm. Since then, you've done lots of events with Luki. Your results are fantastic. You've been in the 037 Rally, Integrale. I am so jealous of you, Fabrizia. The cars you have sat in are unbelievable. It's a thing.
It's fantastic to co-drive for Luki. I promise you. Is really a man, a superman, and I know him from '76, and we are friends from '76. And to co-drive him is so enjoyable. And he's so fast. He is so fast, unbelievable fast. Still now.
You won 2 rallies last year, didn't you?
Yes, but yes.
You've still got it. You've still got it.
Yes. I have a rally next month. And 15 days after, I have Costa Brava, so European Championship again. And maybe there are a few events, interesting events with modern cars that I love.
Very good. Very good.
Mm-mm.
So I've kind of went through your career, so I'm just going to ask you some questions. I've already asked you some of these, but this one, if you could pick 4 dinner guests from the world of rallying, who would you pick?
I don't know what it means to pack.
Pick. If you could choose 4 people for a dinner party.
For a party?
4 people. Who would you pick? Who would you choose?
I choose Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
I choose Ari. I choose Carlos Sainz and Luis Moya.
Luis Moya, yeah. Okay. They're lovely, aren't they? They're all lovely people. Just what's the most disappointing? What have you got any big regrets in the sport? Any, I don't know. I thought losing the championship would have been, but you didn't really seem to, you got over that quite quickly.
Very quickly, yes.
So
very quickly.
Have you any big regrets?
Very quickly. Yes, one that I was not racing with the WRC Plus. This I was testing it, so I know which kind of fine of it's so fantastic, so fast. I don't love hybrid, you say, or hybrid? The R1
hybrid.
now.
Hybrid, yeah.
Hybrid. This I don't mind not to co-drive in there, not at all.
Oh, really?
The WRC Plus, yes, this
What
would be fun.
What car would you love to compete in, looking back?
Today? Today?
Yes, which car from history and rallying would you love to have in your garage? Which would you love to compete in?
A Hyundai WRC Plus.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Good answer.
But it doesn't matter if it's the R2, R5. I don't know why they change names, they carry on. Okay, it doesn't matter. In any case, R5 is nice too. I love.
If Fabrizia Pons was not going to be into motorsport, what would she have done?
I think I could have gone to Kenya and in this how to call in this place where you help animals.
Oh, that's lovely.
And to help animals in Kenya and humans in Kenya. This for sure was...
That's lovely. Your biggest accident in the sport? Describe that.
I had too many.
Really?
But probably the biggest, you think the one where you have broken a lot of your body. Because, and this was 2.5 years ago during a test.
Really? What happened?
Skoda R5. Happened that we went straight into a wall, but unfortunately, because it was only a test, I didn't send my seat to the test because I have a fantastic seat for me, for R5 cars. And I said, okay, it's only a test, no problem. And actually was a problem because not being my seat, even if I was very, very tight, I was very bad. I had all the left part, the top left part of my body was broken, and they had to operate, and the right feet was broken, and I had 2 operations already, but one will arrive when I have time, in between one rally and another one. But this was a big one.
Are you better? Are you better now? Are you
yes,
okay?
Of course. For sure, yes. I was competing again after, I can't really remember if it was 2 months, not even 2 months. I was competing again.
Incredible, honestly. Do you still follow the WRC?
If I am not rallying in the weekend, yes, I follow the times, but I don't go to watch. No. I will not go to watch Monte Carlo. This is for sure.
What do you think about the way the rallies have changed? Much shorter rallies, short entries. It's just it's dreadful, eh?
Dreadful. Yes, really unbelievable, terrible. And even how is terrible that, for example, in some events, they start in the morning, they do 15-minute service, and then they come practically in the night, in the late afternoon, for 45 minutes, 1 hour service, full stop, nothing during the day, except a tire change, but so stupid, so crazy, that the mechanics are taking the tires in this point, and then you, driver and co-driver, you change the tires. But come on, which game are you playing now? It's not something acceptable. And the mechanics are there to watch. What? No, not nice.
I wonder, Fabrizia, I wonder if there's a sport that's changed as much as rallying in the last 30, 40 years. I don't think there is.
Actually, I don't think. Rally, with the excuse of COVID, in Italy, we have rallies of the Italian Championship, 60 kilometers of stages.
60.
60. But what it means, 60 kilometers of stages, it means that if you spin once, or if you miss a gear once, the rally is finished for you. No, I don't like short events. No.
How healthy is the sport in Italy?
Not healthy at all.
Is it not?
No.
Okay.
No. but actually is not healthy. I must say in the World Championship, is not healthy in the European Championship because I mean they thought with the hybrid car that manufacturers was coming, but manufacturers, they are not crazy. So
No.
and this story of the red light, if it is not acceptable. If you see what happened in Safari, that I can't remember who was that finished on the roof and the light were red and nobody helped them to go out of the car and to touch the car. So if the car was burning, they were burning inside because nobody could touch the car. So come on, please.
What do you think you would change to make it bigger globally, the sport?
But actually, I have a point of view that for me, but for me, they have to take away R1 to do a kind of R2 plus, for example.
Agreed.
And less money, manufacturer will come, and full stop, that's it. But take away this R1, please.
I agree with you completely. When will you stop, Fabrizia? When will you stop? Give up this rallying nonsense?
When the phone will not ring anymore.
Really?
Automatically, I will stop.
Oh.
For now, the phone is ringing. You will never believe me how much. You will never, ever believe me how much.
So if you got offered to go into the WRC again, would you do it?
I have been I was in WRC last year in Safari. But actually, at the end, we were not competing because the car didn't arrive in time in Kenya. So we were doing practice because it was stupid. I was there, was stupid that I was not helping the driver to write proper pace notes in Kenya. So we were doing practice, only practice, and I didn't even stop for the rally. I flew home. Really? Because was hurting so much not to do Safari last year, so much. And I have been asking this year already, so it depends of what Luki will do. Great.
I am so glad you agreed to this interview, Fabrizia. You've made me very happy. I would just like to say,
but in any case, not I have been asked, I must say, but not to win. No. Unfortunately not. I'm still waiting a phone call. Maybe.
You never know.
You never know.
Anyway, thank you very much for speaking to us today.
You are welcome.
Absolutely delighted. And thank you for watching. And if you enjoy it, please hit the like and subscribe button. And thank you to 5-Star Vehicle Delivery. And absolute massive thank you to you again, Fabrizia. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye to everybody. Ciao from Italy.